Hi everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. We've got the whiteboard behind us. I've just literally got in from the under-23s, so apologise this video is out late. We're going to begin with the home side first, so let's have a look at Newcastle. And this is what I think Rafa will go with as well. I don't think Christian Atsu will start. I just don't think he's fully fit. So I think you'll probably go with Jacob Murphy. Don't get me wrong, I'd like to see Atsu come in. I just think Murphy will start. I think Jamal Lascelles will come in. There was signed, you know, looking at some of the footage from Thursday that he was in full training. When we talk about full training, we are literally talking fast-paced, tackles flying. So I think Lascelles, it's important that he starts for me ahead of Florian June. I think his partnership with Kieran Clark is so much stronger. It's the best partnership that we've got in the club in any position, if you ask me. I think Shelvey will this time partner Mikel Merino instead of Isaac Hayden. I think Isaac Hayden will drop to the bench. I think Gale will be up top instead of Hosselu. Perez in the 10. Richie on the right, despite his dip in form recently. Yedlin, Mankiw, and I think Darlow will continue in goal. So you can obviously tell that's the 4-2-3-1 formation. And, you know, we are expecting Leicester to hit one the count. Now, we'll talk about Leicester in a second. But, you know, for us, it's like, okay, so Leicester play on the counter, they'll sit very, very deep. So one of these two, for me, has to go forward. Now, Shelvey will always know that Shelvey likes to come up off of one of the centre-backs, one of the two, and then ping it. We know he likes to do that. But if he's going to do that, then for me, it's going to have to be Mikel Merino to have the licence to get forward. One of them's got to go forward. You can't have two of them sitting so deep, even if Isaac Hayden wants to start. And then, if that brings the forward, then you're going to have the likes of Murphy. You're going to have Richie bombing on. You've got Isaac Perez who will work hard. Now, Perez off the ball is important to stop Leicester's two defensive midfielders in Didi and Ibora pushing further forward. So I think Perez working hard off the ball is also important as well. Dwight Gale can score from anything. We've seen it with the goals against Man United and Chelsea, quite similar. Fox in the box, picking up a loose ball, fires it into the corner. So he needs service as well for me. And I do think you've just got to be careful that our fullbacks this time around, Javier Mankiw and DeAndre Yedlin, don't find themselves too forward, because on the counter, the likes of Mahrez, Damari Green, Okazaki, Vardy will hit us on the pace. You've just got to be careful that they're not flying too forward as well. Will Carl Darlow be tested? I don't think Leicester will have many chances, to be fair, as long as Newcastle can stop the counter. I think that's what's important. If you stop the counter, because Claude Puel's kind of went back to when Claudio Ranieri won the league in the Premier League. It's a very similar system. Get men behind the ball and literally just go boom, 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 attack, you know. Before we talk about Leicester, if you want to come along and get interviewed by us lot just after the game, obviously with all the flags, all the celebrations with the club's birthday, come along. We'll be up just from the players' entrance, roughly about 10 to 15 minutes after the game. And we'll be there for about a good hour. So if you want to come along, get interviewed, chat about the game, feel free to. Right, let's get on with Leicester. Now, as I've touched upon, they're going to play it quite high up, quite deep. So the strengths, it's easy to work out Leicester's strengths, isn't it? Now, this might not be the case. You could have Damari Gray playing here, or you could play him out here. But I think Gray could be on the bench for this one. Now, for me, you're obviously Albrighton. So that's going to be asking the likes of DeAndre Yedlin, because Albrighton is all right-footed. He loves to come to this kind of area, switch it to his right foot and cross it in. So for me, DeAndre Yedlin has to keep him onto his left foot all the time. Keep him on his left foot, he's not as strong. On the other hand, Mahrez will not play there. Mahrez will play in this kind of position. So that's going to leave the likes of Javier Mankiw, and you're probably talking your two defensive midfielders, Shelvey, Merino. One of them's going to have to just keep an eye on that, because Mahrez does not play there. You might start there, but he comes in and he'll run at your pace. So that's going to have to be Jacob Murphy, who I think is better going backwards, and probably what Atsu is. A combination of Murphy, the combination of Mankiw, one of the two centre midfielders as well. They'll not bomb on, the two fullbacks will not bomb on as much away from home. But you know, you've got Vardy who loves the ball over the top in any of these kind of areas. So expect all this to happen all the time, even like a long ball from the fullbacks to happen. I'm expecting that to happen a lot during the game, to play at the strengths. And then what you'll find with Okazaki, kind of like our Perez, where he'll work really, really hard and go in between the channels and work and press our centre midfield. So Okazaki will be running all over the place trying to stop that. And you've just got to think that Newcastle, you can't play a high line against these lot. My pen's actually running out now. But you can't actually play a high line against these lot. Those two will try and obviously protect the two centre-backs. But I think, I've said this before with Sharkey early on this week, Morgan and Maguire. Right, so I think we can get it there. I really do. Now, some people are saying that Maguire's got a bit of pace. I didn't. Yes, you can come forward because he's a ball-playing centre-back. Florian Lejeun's a ball-playing centre-back. He's not pacey. So I think in between these two, playing someone like Dwight Gale is much preferable because I think he's not the player what he once was when he won the Premier League for me. If we can get a pacey player onto Morgan, the likes of Dwight Gale, get him in behind. It's going to be an interesting one with the flags. It's going to be a fantastic occasion. As I've touched upon all week, get your cameras out, your photos, videos, record it. You're not going to see it. It's very rare you'll see it at St James Park. Hopefully that'll spur the lads on to go on and get something and win. We'll ease the pressure off, a little bit. See you later. Bye-bye.